This is the Morning Hookup on KFOR.
Good morning, Lincoln, Nebraska. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Morning Hookup. Bill Hooks, Elijah Herb. Sitting on the other side on the ones and twos this morning. Welcome, man. Hope your Thursday morning's off to a great start. As we got a lot of fun today. A lot of fun. Speaking of lights, the lights are on tonight. We're going to jump into that here momentarily as Nebraska volleyball sets off their seats. An exhibition tonight. Talk about that, dig into that, what their season looks like, all the good stuff out of Nebraska volleyball. More fall camp conversations. As we're 9 days away. Not even fall camp. It's that time. We're 9 days away. Come Monday, we're going to come on the show, and it's going to be game week for Nebraska. 9 days. We're also roughly 48 hours away from the football season starting with week 0.
Ireland.
Look, I don't even want to watch it.
It's a gross slate. It's a
gross slate on Saturday, but you know what? I just have I know it's been a few years removed. It still hurts. On my Time Hop app, I still see memories popping up. They popped up. I don't even know. It hurts me. Somebody, I don't know who it was on social media this morning, put out, was it yesterday or today, happy anniversary or happy whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it was the onside kick look. It burns me. I've fond memories of the trip, but all just taken away and stepped on in about, 3 or 4 hours of football.
Remember how exciting that first drive was in
Ireland? Oh, my gosh. Dude, the stadium was absolutely rocking. It was ruckus. Like, you were like, oh, wait, here we go. Giddy up, blowout city, party all day long.
And everyone starts getting free beer. It felt like it felt like an omen. You have that first drive, Nebraska takes a lead. They're giving out free beer at the stadium.
All the systems are down. That was just a system. You couldn't pay.
Yeah. And then lo and behold, here comes the onside kick.
4 at a time, 4 beverages at a time. The beer snakes started happening. You're just like, party city. And then we got in our own way.
Yeah, let's not remember the bad times.
No.
Remember the good times.
I'll never forget being there. And again, I don't want to bring back any bad.
No, just the good. Remembering the good.
Yeah, I'm trying. The next day, we had an extra day. We built an extra day, and it was really fun. All the little communities, I don't know what you call them, towns, communities, were amazing. That part was amazing. But I don't know. It's hard to watch that stadium. I know it's been a few years, but I'll be all right. But football's back. Regardless of what we got to, it's a gross slate. We can go through it. You're going to go, who cares? But you know what? It's on. I think this was the weekend where my wife called me and she's like, what do we got this weekend? I said, I don't know, but there is football on. And I assume it's the last weekend for us, like covering stuff, free weekend. I'm probably going to be cleaning a garage out, doing all the necessary stuff that I have not got done. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because come the following weekend, it is on. But we'll get to that. 9 days away.
See, unfortunately, last Saturday was my last free Saturday.
Yeah.
Gotta hit the road. I got a wedding shower on Saturday.
Oh, so you got this wedding stuff going. That's your deal.
Wedding shower.
You don't sleep. You got no sleep. Nothing going every weekend, every day. Tuesdays, typically you have Tuesday mornings.
Gonna let that one sit.
I wasn't baiting it, throwing it out there. We'll also get a little tour championship. That starts today. Let's look at some of those guys that aren't at the top that we might go, oh, watch out for them. They're playing well. And I don't know if Wyndham Clark was trying to say something about his mic'd up comments about Scotty Scheffler, but I don't know if that's good. Scotty's the nicest guy on tour, but he's focused. Don't mess with a guy at his job. We'll talk about that. And then jump into a little power ranking of the conferences today. See where we're at with that. But tonight.
Your favorite volleyball team's favorite volleyball team.
Woo! Spikes under the lights.
So what's up? That I butcher that quote. It was from the Bud Crawford hype video. Do you see that last night?
Yes, that thing was awesome. By the way, I saw it. I actually watched it this morning. I had a chance to watch. Boy, is there anything better than a good hype video like when it's Bud Crawford? Oh, I'm. You know what? Nebraska does it right. That whole group does it right. But there's something when the pound for pound best fighter in the world jumps on and talks. Because he's a symbol of toughness at the top level of whatever sport. And then you get the spikes happening and then you get the kabooms in the background. Oh, come on now. Spikes under the lights. $1 million purse tonight. $200,000 to each participating team. $200,000 to the winner. And I believe it's $50,000 for the other two. That there's another $50,000 a piece for those who don't make the final. Mm-hmm. All in one night at Jerry's World. Nebraska will kick it off tonight at 7:00 on TNT against number 17 Florida.
It's 3 sets.
3 sets. That's why it's an exhibition. Yeah. Okay, exhibition. 3 sets, and it's all in one night. So you'll have a match at 7. You'll sit. The winners will sit. And I don't know how you handle that, but whatever. And then you got another match. Then a little space. Well, there's been a lot of talk about the way this is going to flow because it's a lot. It's a lot to happen. Because Nebraska, by the way, once this is over, Vegas. The Beatles of volleyball. You got to take off. Jet set. What did we say? The stat was 3,900 miles in the first 11 days or something like that. As I think it's set up that way, but as they get the bob ready to go, the finishing touches of the bob for these ladies. But I tell you what, I will be interested. I have a huge interest in these first couple of matches. For some of the plays, for some of the position, I think there's some battles going on out there. I don't think starting badge. I think you're going to see Sigler is going to be outside of on the opposite of Harper Murray right now. And again, I think Husker fans and volleyball fans, you got to get not used to some of the names, but some of the names that'll be in the lineup and playing minutes and what those rotations look like. And I think you can take nothing away from the way it goes tonight. I don't think you take anything away of who's wearing the libero jersey. Because that could evolve, that could change. We saw it last year.
That's the battle I'm most interested in is the battle of the littles.
I like that battle of the littles.
With you have Choboy there who got tons of experience, Livia Mock, and then you also have the youngster Carrie Limbach.
Yep, for all intents and purposes, has had a really good offseason.
Yeah,
yeah, and there's like I said, Choboy, Malk, Limbach. There's other freshmen. Right? There's returners that we haven't talked about. You got Sigler, who's going to look like a lot of playing time. You've got Obeche in the middle. Yeah. 13 blocks in the red-white.
I'm curious to see somebody like Gabby DeVito, who I thought looked really good in the red and white scrimmage.
Yep.
Is she going to be featured at all this year? But I'm also curious to see early here in the season, does this team face any adversity? I thought that was one of the issues with last year was – I know there were circumstances outside their control in the NCAA tournament, but it's felt like a couple straight years now of when the lights get bright at the end of the season and they face a little bit of adversity. Mm-hmm. This team almost feels like they haven't had opportunities to really confront that in the regular season because they're just so good.
Yep.
They're a victim of how good they are because whenever they face a little adversity, again, as I'll say last year, circumstances outside their control, but can they face some adversity this year? And can somebody step up in those moments of adversity and prove themselves to be an alpha dog? That's what I'm looking for early in the year. Can you find some moments of doubt whenever it's like, all right, who are we going to go to? It's the 5th set. We're tied at 7. We're down a point or 2 in the 5th set. Who are we going to turn to that we know is going to go get us a point? Because I feel like the best Husker volleyball teams, the teams that go win a national championship, in those moments of adversity, exactly who's getting set. Mm-hmm. I always bring this one up whenever I bring up this point. Michaela Fecky.
Woo-wee.
You knew.
Look, when we need you, we need you. And we're going to keep coming right back to you. And everybody knows it.
that reverse sweep. I think it was against Penn State in the NCAA tournament.
Oh yeah, that was yes.
Where it was just you needed it, and you started turning to Fecky at the end of that match. That's the person that stands out. Can somebody like that step up? You have a great collection of talent in this team. There's so many people that you trust to make a big swing, but who is going to be that alpha dog that steps up that in those moments of adversity? Hey, set her the ball.
I think it's interesting that you hear Coach Reyes talk quite a bit about this team and about what upperclassmen, because you're always evolving and always trying to enhance your game. They talked about Harper Murray being more terminal. My goodness. Can you imagine that?
Oof.
More terminal. They heavily talked about Andy Jackson, because we know, documented, you talking about the lights that got bright last year? That was a moment where it got really bright for her. And they talked a lot about Jackson's evolution into the block and evolution into the part of having the game slowed down for her. Also, there's sophomores out there that we're going to be interested in. We call them sophomores. Skylar Pierce. How does she fit in this rotation? I think one that's dynamic, just watching her play a little bit, like very limited, Ryan Hunter. Absolutely jumps out of the gymnasium. Lefty swing. Those to me will be super interesting. But it's tonight. TNT, get it done. That's where my eyes will be locked in on tonight. But unfortunately, unable to make the trip down.
Shame.
I tried to share the tickets, but I can't find anybody that's down there to go. And again, you talk about adversity. They're going to have opportunities that they will have some. I think tonight, watch it. Typical matches are got to get slow starting. Tonight, you're playing number 17 in the country in Florida. There's that part. You don't have to wait very long until, how about number 1 and number 2 play each other out in Vegas on Sunday. You have UNLV, and then you get Vegas. And then you get Texas at 2:30 on Sunday.
National television on Fox. Their first 3 matches, by the way, everything today is on TNT.
Mm-hmm. Your first game out in Vegas is FS1, and then you go to Fox, 2:30 primetime on a Sunday. And also, I believe it's 21 of their 29 matches this year are televised. I believe that's the number. 21 out of 29 sitting on TV.
Is tonight technically an exhibition, or
Yes.
does this count?
Exhibition.
Okay.
It's only 3 sets. Best out of 3. It's pretty rapid fire tonight. Pretty rapid fire volleyball. I think and that's the fun part about tonight, is how quickly this is going to go. Right? You wouldn't want there's nothing more important tonight prior than getting the first set. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I just think about it. In a very limited version with 3 sets. Whew, the fact that you can go out and get the first set tonight in an exhibition like this, and playing for some prize money too.
It's there are such high expectations though, where you hear number 17 in the land playing number 1 in the land 3-set match, and you just kind of sit back and you go, I'm expecting a show tonight. I know it's at Jerry World. That kind of brings some glitz and glam by itself, but you got a volleyball team that is rightfully the number 1 team in the land.
Oh, yeah, yes.
They return their core of a team that has been making runs in the NCAA tournament, that's been the number 1 team in the country for a lot of the last couple of years. You're expecting this team to continue making strides and put on a show tonight. That's, again, a victim of their own success. If they do come out and it's a sluggish start against Florida, I'm not going to say alarm bells are going off, but you would sit back and it would feel like a major disappointment. That's just the expectation level of this volleyball team. And the expectation level of this volleyball team is, dare I say, national championship or bust?
It's
we've talked about it. We've talked about it before. It's incredibly hard in any Division I sport to go and win a national championship. But this core of the freshman class that all came in together with Andy Jackson, Harper Murray, Bergen Riley, Lainey Choboy, you look at that class and you go, that is a class that is too good to not win a national championship.
Yeah. What are they? Is it 96-3?
And I think the last couple of years, that's regular season, 96 and 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
The last couple of years have just shown you it is incredibly difficult, no matter how talented you are to go win a national championship. But this feels like the year where it's like, all right, maybe not do or die time, especially because you have the 5th year now, the 5th year ruling where players can't come back for a 5th year. But this feels like the season where it's like, okay, this is the year to go and do it.
Yeah, because you don't want like obviously I think that's probably what they're feeling. As you hear them talk with confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Coaches on down, very confident in this club. There'll be a lot of pressure. You will night in and night out you will be being hunted night in and night out, which that means guess what you can't take off? No nights. No nights off. No nights off. When you look at the schedule. You know, you get Texas coming up. Yeah, a little there, but then you got Missouri in Wrigley Field. And like I said, you welcome some different teams to Lincoln as well this year that you haven't seen before. You get a Baylor team coming up, which you haven't seen them in some time or any, I don't remember when. You got Creighton, by the way, at PBA, which, by the way, did you see that yesterday? Officially sold out.
Mm-hmm.
The same day that John Rostein's going to buy you beers. And then you welcome a team like North Carolina, by the way, who will come in here. I don't know at the time. Right now, they're 19th in the country. That's a formidable ACC opponent. Now, Big Ten volleyball is different. We know that, but they're going to come to town. And then you jump into your Big Ten slate, which you know those. Every night in the Big Ten stuff, get through that. And then also, let's not forget that the first annual Big Ten volleyball tournament is on the docket this year.
There's one specific day I have circled, though.
I already know it, I think we may have mentioned this.
October 10th.
Oh, yeah. It has a fantastic, for all the makings from end to end of this country, to be an absolute juggernaut of a Husker day.
You got Nebraska and Indiana, probably big noon kickoff.
Hopefully it just stays there, because there would be nothing better than a night affair against.
And then Wisconsin comes to town.
Woo!
In volleyball, likely going to be a top 5 matchup at the time. Oh, and also nationally televised on Fox yet again.
Yep.
Oh boy,
they've already set that up for you, haven't they? They've already told you this is what we're
you might
doing.
have to change your channel if you're watching at home. Fox for big noon kickoff in the morning. Keep it on Fox in the afternoon, and then Nebraska volleyball against Wisconsin that night. Oh boy.
So they'll have 8. I think 8 Big Ten teams nationally ranked. And then you'll welcome a few more based on where you're at, right? Based on the season and the flow of the season. Right now you have one. I think you have like 12 or 13 of your matches are against nationally ranked opponents this year.
Yeah, well, and that Wisconsin match, based on preseason top 25, you'll have already played 7 top 25 teams from teams that are preseason top 25.
Ain't joking around.
That'll be your 8th of the year.
8th of the year.
Oh, and then, by the way, the following Saturday, whenever Nebraska's out at Oregon, how about top 10 Purdue team comes to Lincoln?
FloodX sent it. I asked Coach personally if it's a natty or bust. She said, absolutely. However, I didn't feel the confidence. She knows talent levels in volleyball are way up.
Yeah, that's true. And it's incredibly difficult to win a national championship in any sport. Any sport in Division I college athletics.
Any sport. And we're pretty much just laying out expectations, what Nebraska's expectations probably are. And it's probably, I would say yes, they're putting it on themselves, but there's a lot of people around this, they're putting that on them too.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We talked about this way back. If they happen not to get it done, what that narrative is now. And what is the influence? And again, we're so far out. Okay. I know we're so far, but what is the narrative, one, on that group? And 2, if they get it done, what is the conversation built around the 5 for 5 for them? Joe had a good interview the other day. She talked about this is not a team decision. This will be a case-by-case decision for these guys. But they're also being a tough battle because there'll be a lot of coaching decisions that have to be made. DBK managing this roster right now, It's one of the toughest jobs, I think, in all of sports with the talent she's got. But again, they'll get it off. They get it kicked off tonight, 7 p.m. TNT exhibition against Florida. You get your first glimpse of these ladies out there,
and sit back and enjoy the regular season. But we know the real season kicks off in what, November?
Oh yeah, you can go as deep as one on that thing.
November 20th when the Big Ten tournament rolls around. That's when it feels like, all right.
I mean, honestly, ultimately,
begins.
this pursuit, okay, when you're looking at the big picture, is be one of the top 8. You just want to host throughout, right? That's the ultimate. That's goal. That's goals. Be one of the top 8. Get the host tonight, 7:00 TNT. The ladies will get going tonight. So, all right, let's take the first break. Let's come back and let's talk a little Husker football questions that I have now, and a whole lot more when we return. Oh my gosh, this guy. All right. We've already done that. Should I say one of my favorite least favorite thing to do today? I have a teeth cleaning today.
Ugh. Hate the dentist.
Got one of those coming up in a few weeks.
They're good people, but it's like, can you not talk to me about my old habits?
Hate the dentist.
It's a necessary, but don't talk to me about my old habits. I'm already nervous enough. Like, you already can, that what I used to do.
Well, then they're sitting there talking to you while you're. How's life going?
Better before you were poking my gums with sharp objects, honestly.
The place I go, we have me going there. My wife's parents are going there. Right now, it's evolving into the kids. Mm-hmm. And one lady who's the dental hygienist, everybody tries. It's one of the daughters. Everybody tries to schedule her. Originally, when I scheduled, they're like, I'm going to go with so-and-so. That's who I want to go. And this was like a month ago. Well, January 15th.
That's what happened.
Book it. Book it. Put me on the waiting list. And they called me 2 days ago. She has an availability.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm like, boom.
Speaking of that. Elijah, I don't know if you've tried the peach, but
they're like a bad peacho.
Yeah. Not very good.
Not very good.
We'll stick with the good old wintergreen or spearmint.
Okay. We're coming back.
Welcome back in the morning hookup. Thanks for hanging out with us. Happy Thursday. Morning, Todd. 9 days away from football. 9 days. All I could think about were questions like, what are your biggest concerns? Forget the opponent. Because I had to get myself to do it. What's your biggest concern in going into game 1? And 2, what are you least concerned about? What are the 2 thoughts I had in the last 2 nights thinking about football? Because I'm going to quit writing down fall camp because it's over. Okay, And if your concerns right now are the black shirts, turn off. Don't care. Getting them, because I know there's people are talking about there's not numbers listed on this, right? We're going to get single digit numbers. Those will be interesting to me. Single digits. I like the campaign, what that means. Do those single digits turn out to be the definition of what Coach Rule wants them to be, right? I think this year for Nebraska football is about the connection pieces. It's the talk versus result, right? When you talk about physicality, does it measure up when you watch a game? To the single digit number, like everything they do should match up. But I just kept thinking, I couldn't get out of my head. What are my biggest concerns? And what am I not concerned about? Those are tough ones because we've talked about a lot of concern. But what's your biggest concern when they run the field? Forget that we're playing Ohio. Forget that. We're talking about if you could just watch us play the game, what is the biggest concern when we run out on the field?
To me, biggest concern, I'll give you one on each side of the ball. Biggest concern for me offensively is that the turnover bug that bit Anthony Calandria at Virginia comes back now that he's back playing power conference football.
Easy answer. Easy.
That's the number one concern offensively. Calandria's got a little bit of YOLO to him. He's going to put the ball in danger. That's what you have to live with. How much does he do that, though? Because, hey, there were times at UNLV last year, I think his interception number could have been higher. But there were times that defense just couldn't make a play. He's going to put the ball in harm's way at times. How much does he do that? What is the ratio between explosive plays from Calandria and detrimental plays such as that from Calandria? The biggest concern to me offensively is that the ratio is way too high in the detrimental plays, the turnover-worthy plays, or the turnovers themselves. That's the biggest offensive concern. Defensively, I'll look at probably the depth along your defensive line. I am a believer in some of those transfers that they've brought in, and I'm a believer in some of those guys that played a lot last year taking a step. So I'll say the depth because I think there is going to be improvement along the top line of your defensive line. Does your entire defensive line show improvement? We shall see. That's the biggest concern to me because if you don't have depth, you're going to get beat up in the Big Ten. By the time November rolls around and guys are black and blue, and you have guys that are injured, are there guys that are further down the depth chart in that defensive line that can step up and make plays? I don't know. But you need depth along the defensive line. From what I'm hearing and what you hear from guys like Jashir Whittington, what you hear from Corey Brown, I do think there's been improvement along the defensive line. Is there improvement in guys 1 through 4, or is there improvement in guys 1 through 10 on that depth chart? Because if it's just 1 through 4, you're going to have some issues once November rolls around.
Offensively, for me, it's can our O-line make us believe, and we can run? It's kind of an O-line running back conversation for me. And I put in there run between the tackles and then running back efficiency. Can we really, now again, I really don't care who the opponent is. Can we really run between the tackles? And will our running backs stay the course of that? If that makes any sense. Like, are there holes to run between the tackles? And can the younger running backs hit the holes and get it? Or are they going to dance and move outside and cause more problems? So it's the O-line helping our running backs believe in what's happening. That is number one for me. I want us to, can we run the football effectively in between the tackles?
I think especially with the sort of expectations we've put on the offensive line over the offseason, I think everybody's kind of under the assumption that this offensive line is going to be pretty good. Yep. And if they don't live up to that, that's a huge concern.
And I hope that means that it's going to be okay on first and down, taking 4 yards. We don't have to hit home runs all the time.
Well, yeah, and
get 4 yards.
The
easiest way, here, I think get it.
The easiest way to keep Calandria from getting that turnover bug is to put him in 2nd and 5.
Yes. The playbook is so much wider at that point.
Now Anthony Calandria, 2nd and 15 gets pretty damn exciting.
Woo!
Go back and watch UNLV. He likes those moments where it's like, all right, Anthony Calandria gets to go have some fun. You want to minimize those moments, though. Those are the risky moments for Anthony Calandria. There'll be moments this year where, hey, you're going to have to 2nd and 15, put the ball in Calandria's hands and let him go be a playmaker. If you're doing that every single game or every single drive, you're going to run into problems. So yeah, offensive line there, if they live up to things and you can get yourself consistently to a 2nd and medium,
it's going to be okay that we are clapping for a first down 4 to 5 yard run. It's okay, Husker fan. That's fine. Right?
I mean,
it's okay.
I was going back and watching some Bo Pelini year Nebraska highlights last night, and that was what stood out about guys like Rex Burkhead and Amir Abdullah. How consistently that Husker offense was getting themselves to 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6.
Took exactly what was given to them.
On touchdown drives, they dealt with a lot of 3rd downs, but they dealt with a lot of 3rd and 3s, 3rd and 2s.
Absolutely. Get us there.
Whole playbook was at their disposal.
You get 3rd and 3, like I said, the Calandria moments become real. If we're dropping back to pass and it's open, or if it's not, there's unique ability. Is he going to throw? Or is he going to run it? I think that's stress on the defense too. So that's, for me, offensively, it's, can we just be okay dropping those 3 or 4 yards and putting us in plus 2nd and 3rd down positions? But that also means on one side, we have to believe in Dana staying the course. Right? Defensively, I'm going to go outside a little bit because I know that the trenches are what we want to talk about. In the middle of the field, who joins Chambliss in the middle of that field? Who are those other 2 that join him? We're feeling pretty good about him, right?
Oh, yeah.
All over the field. But who are the other ones? We've got names here and there because that's one group that I don't think over time as a whole have filled the physical gaps enough. Because we are going to get beat off the line with what we're seeing up front right now. I mean, we haven't seen it, but what we believe. But who's going to raise up and stop those runs from being 6 to 8 yard gashes to 3 yards, and then try to put that offense in a minus position?
One more thing I'll bring up with this, and I think it comes into the linebackers, and you didn't see this last year. Going back and watching again some of those Bo Pelini games, and I didn't watch the bad ones. I watched the good ones.
Yeah.
Good memories.
That's what we want.
It's time for positivity right now. But how often those Carl Pelini and John Papuchis defenses got creative with their blitzes. And it was 1st down and 3rd down where you saw it a lot. And you didn't see it last year. I personally believe that was because there was very little trust from your defensive coordinator in guys' ability to maintain rush lane integrity. That both on rundowns, guys were getting washed out, and whenever you're blitzing guys from the back end, it's leaving huge holes and it's putting a lot of pressure on your safeties who, as the year went on last year, there wasn't much confidence in your safeties being erasers coming up and making plays whenever you do guess wrong on a blitz.
Yep.
But then bringing blitzes too, you had so many defensive linemen get washed down and open up rushing lanes for quarterbacks on passing downs. So the Bo Pelini defense was great. I mean, that Kirk Cousins game, whenever he came to Lincoln and just got smoked. If you remember, his young Le'Veon Bell and Kirk Cousins, and Nebraska's defense just smoked him.
Yep.
They got themselves anything greater than 3rd and 3. Nebraska was going no hands in the dirt with their defensive line. And they were getting movement pre-snap, trying to confuse the offensive line. Where are we coming from? Man, Kirk Cousins was in hell all day long. And it's one of those things that whenever you can't stop the run and you don't have much confidence in your defense to be able to maintain their gaps, you can't do those things. If you have a defensive line that is better able to stand up against the run, it allows you to be more creative with where you're blitzing from, and it can confuse offenses and lead to those splash defensive plays, a sack for a loss of 8 yards. Hey, quarterback's feeling the pressure. He flings up a YOLO ball. You didn't see that at all last year. I think it was a byproduct of getting gashed against Michigan. That was the last time you really saw Nebraska getting creative with any stunts and blitzes. And whenever Michigan popped some big runs, I think your defensive coordinator last year lost confidence in the defense, his ability to be able to get creative and bring some blitzes.
And I think that's kind of the mold, or the model of what Orange's defense is about. If you watch a lot of those San Diego State games from last year, is he's throwing a lot of twists and stunts and bringing guys from different areas. But that's probably what my main concern is Orich coming over from the Mountain West and taking over an entire new defense, and how that looks early on in the season, meshing with everybody and having completely new players and trying to figure out, what guys are good at and getting their personnel. That's probably my main concern on the defensive side is just whole new defense, new defensive coordinator, running a new scheme, seeing how everything looks early on in the season. Offensively, Elijah, you mentioned the defensive line. I would argue that the depth on the offensive line might be a little bit worse than the depth on the defensive line. And that can be a little concerning. I hope that, Nebraska can go beat the snot out of Ohio so we can see some of those guys on the two deep. But if guys get injured on the offensive line, I do have some concerns just because I think we're okay at the tackle position. You feel pretty good about the depth there with Babalade, Pritchett, Gatula, Tyler Knock. That's a pretty good room. But inside the tackles, they're pretty young. And I want to see some of those guys get some playing time and see what we got there.
Great point.
Well done.
Because one thing, and I made a promise that I won't repeat on the Average Joe Sports Show about how much shaving I'll be doing of my entire body if Nebraska is able to get 12 starts with the same 5 offensive linemen every single game this year. Don't want to bring that back up, but you can go back and find it if you forget about it. Okay, good. But
I gotta find this now.
I'm pretty confident I'll be right here. You're not going to get a season in which all 5 offensive linemen across the line start all 12 games for you. It's just not how things go in the Big Ten.
If that happens,
injuries happen, guys get rolled up on. I mean, you have things like what happened to Rocco last year where he just absolutely mangles his finger in a game. If those things happen along the lines of scrimmage in the Big Ten, you're going to need to have more than 5 guys that can play along your offensive line because injuries happen every single year along your offensive line. It's unfortunate, but that's the unfortunate reality.
You hope to see guys be able to play different positions too, move a guy from the left side to the right side and nothing changes, or move or tackle over to guard if you have to. Just be able to plug and play.
Mm-hmm. Also be excited to see, and again, last point here is, as we talk through this, and it's more on the defensive side, is that defensive team speed. How speedy are we on the recoveries of getting beat? I know I mentioned linebackers. Can our linebackers cover? It's part of it, right? You go back to those Bo Pelini defenses. Those dudes could cover. Again, different breed. But Nebraska's linebackers, not only do they have to be physical, they got to cover. And not get picked on. Not picking on anybody the last 3, 4, 5 years, but we had cover issues in the middle part of our field. Can they cover? Is this team defensive speed increased?
It's a great point.
Because we hear offensively, we have running backs at 4.4s and 4.5s. What does that look like from the middle back? Because you're feeling pretty good. Maybe some team speed, some secondary speed, which is typical, right? But what does that middle speed look like? Can we cover end on a sweep? Can we get to that rock? Can we beat that running back to the edge from a linebacker spot, or the play that always drives? How many times over history of Nebraska are we going to watch the tight end be out in the flat wide open for 8, or the running back get lost in a situation that we just don't cover it, or a seam route that a linebacker gets eyes in the backfield? Oh crap! Over the top.
You know what really helps with that? Having a defensive line that you have confidence in being able to stop the run,
everything,
and get after the passer.
You get trash around the quarterback's feet.
Yeah, but also, it's frees things up for your linebackers whenever anytime they see that quarterback go to hand the football off, they don't have to be flowing downhill as hard. Last year, that those linebackers, and they were a little slow on this at times, but as the season progressed, they had offensive linemen in their goal. They had to fly into the defensive backfield to try to stop the run. Anytime you saw that quarterback extend the ball, he was going to hand it off and open up so much behind him on any play action. That's how Minnesota killed you.
They're completely overcompensated trying to pick up the holes that their defensive line has given up. You gotta have a defense that's extremely more connected, I think is the word.
Yeah. It also helps to have a Levante David too. That's an eraser. But
yeah. Good stuff. The thoughts I had as we'll continue down this program leading up for 9 days. Fall camp is out of our minds. Now it's the thought we're concerns and not concerned. We need to come back to that. We got the concerns out of the way. Hour number 2, we're going to come back and talk about what are you feeling really confident about? And you can't just say, we have a game at 11 o'clock in 9 days. I feel confident about that. Okay. But let's take a final break of this fast-moving first hour on a Thursday. We'll come back with This Day in Sports. The shorter segment will be what you're not concerned about. Matt Rule is the coach. Yes.
I'm confident that at some point this year, Matt Rule will call a crucial timeout in the fourth quarter to yell at the refs.
Or, don't go there. Or on fourth down. Yes, we are. No, we're not. Yes, we are.
Fourth
Punt.
and 1 at the 45.
Punt.
Send the punting unit out there. Just kidding. Call a timeout. Get the offense back out there.
By the way,
Just kidding. Take the delay game. Let's punt it. Well, whenever you think about it, and I've brought this up plenty this offseason, I think to give yourself the best chance of winning a football game, you have to get 2 of the 3 in terms of either have to out-talent the team across from you, you have to out-coach the team across from you, or out-grit the team across from you. 2 of the 3, and you put yourself in a really good position to win a football game. If you lose the coaching battle, but you out-talent them and you out-grit them, you'll still win.
Still win.
If you lose the talent battle, but you're a grittier football team and you out-coach them, you give yourself a chance to win. Nebraska can't afford to lose the coaching battle every single week because there's at least 4 teams on your schedule. I don't think you out-talent. I think there's probably a couple teams that will be tough to out-grit.
Oh, yes. You can probably pinpoint the ones on the schedule now.
Yeah, Michigan State, Illinois, Iowa.
You got to match it somehow. Get close to it. My Braves got another big one last night.
Man, that was a fun game.
I've watched the last 2 nights of it.
I was watching.
It felt like playoff baseball.
I was watching Bo Pelini highlights instead. So sorry.
Did you see what's his who got the winning hit?
Kim?
Yeah. They were like limited on the bench.
Yeah.
Kim goes in. He's hitting 0.66 on the year. He was 0 for 30 something in his last appearances.
Yeah, MLB.com says unlikely hero Kim proves why Braves stuck by him with walk-off hit.
Yeah. Walt Weiss looked down and goes, well, guess we'll do this.
You ready, bud?
Hey, buddy, put your uniform on. Boom, comes in. You never know when your moment's coming. Walk off, beat him. The difference in those games have been the Braves bullpen versus the Dodgers bullpen. Braves bullpen has been better.
They got what's his name? That Fuentes dude. He throws rocket fuel.
If you want to watch, I think they should be back on TV tonight because this is what you're getting tonight. FS1. If you want to watch again, 6:15 tonight. I know that. Don't want to miss Nebraska volleyball, but I tell you what. Tell me you're going to get Yamamoto versus Chris Sale. My goodness. You've got Yamamoto at 12-7 with a 2-6. Sale at 12-2-2.
About the Red Sox Yankee series coming up. And I don't know why. I'm a little worried. Sox aren't playing well. Well, they didn't last night.
One night.
Coming back here.
All right. Welcome back in the morning, Hookup. Happy Thursday. We're talking a little baseball. We'll get to This Day in Sports, but it's one of those things when you're watching last night, again, being a Braves fan, unlikely hero last night in Kim. It's the whole thing. You never know when your number gets called and when you might produce. He's hitting 0.66 on the year. How he's still in the team, I have no idea. He has that many players, but he's like 0 for his last 30-something. Get called upon against the champs and their closer, who is now, I believe, lost twice. Delivers a base hit last night. Gets it done. You never know, folks. You never know. Keep trying and then you will succeed. Keep trying. People that tried in this game apparently didn't try a lot. In 1955, Sandy Koufax fanned 14 Reds as both teams combined for a record 23 strikeouts in one game.
Honestly, that doesn't feel like that many.
Not anymore.
23 strikeouts?
Not anymore. I mean, most guys can do like go 1 for 4 with 3 strikeouts and a home run, and you might get yourself in the Hall of Fame if you stay consistent.
I have a fun one here just because there's a fun image. Give me a sec. Somebody find one.
You're going to you're putting an image on the stream?
Yeah, I've
Islands in the stream. Sorry, I'm still singing.
All right, I got it. I got one here.
Okay.
So 1884. The U.S. National Men's Championship in tennis.
That guy.
Richard Sears, this guy here that we have pulled up on the stream. What a look he's got.
The original.
Makes it 4 straight U.S. singles titles, beating Howard Taylor 6-0. Then he loses 6-1, and then he takes set 3, 6-0, and then 6-2.
Wow.
What a gentleman that is, though.
Sorry.
Is that a monocle?
Nope. It looks like the original version of the Hamburglar before he ate all the cheeseburgers.
I love all the, because he's got the lines on the hat, the lines on the coat, the lines on the tie.
He snuck out and has not been caught yet.
It's a bold look.
He's fresh out of prison or something.
Yeah, he's on the chain gang, it looks like. Anyway, Richard Sears.
Interesting.
Tennis legend, apparently. 4 straight U.S. national championships.
What happened to mustaches like that? We should bring that back.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Try.
1982, Ricky Henderson steals his 119th base of the season, breaking Lou Brock's single season record. That's not even heard of anymore. 119 bases in a season.
Some of the top baselers, that's like 1.5, maybe 2 seasons. There's another one.
This day in 1938, New York Yankees pitcher Monty Pearson no-hits the Cleveland Indians, but also in that game was a 13-0 win for the Yankees. Joe DiMaggio, 3 triples.
1995, Tiger Woods wins the 95th U.S. Golf Amateur Championship. The early career of Tiger.
The dominating career of Tiger. Dominating. Like there's any birthdays over here for us.
Or deaths.
It didn't go there. I don't click that button.
This was 9 years ago. Mayweather versus McGregor. That was in 2017.
We get sold so quick.
So forgettable. So forgettable.
Oh, man.
Boy, if Slugger used to hit it back in the day. Happy birthday, Jim Tomei.
Wow.
5-time All-Star, Roberto Clemente Award winner. Led the league in home runs in 2003. Jim Tomei. Happy birthday. He was the old school look player, wasn't he?
It's a name right there.
Ooh, also happy 69th birthday, Bernard Langer.
See, Jim Tomei, I had to look this up because he feels like the type of guy that wouldn't wear batting gloves, but he did.
Yeah, it doesn't.
A little unfortunate. He feels like the no batting gloves type of guy. Who was the last notable baseball player to not wear batting gloves?
That's going to require research.
Well, they all wear them now. Then not just batting gloves. You got the elbow guard and the shin guard and the sliding mitt in the back pocket and the.
I can't remember who used to be wearing them.
We see it at
Cal Ripken didn't wear them. I don't believe.
Vlad Guerrero Sr. apparently didn't.
We see it at the youth level a lot. Coaching first base and somebody comes down and they're time blue. You gotta take off the batting gloves, take off the elbow guard.
Put on the oven mitt, sliding mitt.
I'm standing over there on first base holding a whole basket
It's bull crap.
Yeah.
My 14-year-old Ty never wore a batting glove in any game ever played. Sorry, take that back. They had wood bat tournaments. Only time they wore batting gloves was with the wood bats. Other than that,
nice.
Straight up hands.
See, that shows that's great right there. It gives off the same energy as an offensive lineman not wearing any sleeves when it's cold outside.
Don't do that anymore. That didn't happen.
Coming up, because it's the elbow guard and the shin guard and all this other crap.
And they're all like neon
Yes.
green and orange. And
It's like, buddy, it's U12. The kid's throwing 60.
Coming up, hour number 2, two-word championship. We're jumping to a little conference power ranking of football. A little more Husker talk. And a whole lot more. Sit back, relax. We'll be right back.
Of living is going up. You're not imagining it, and you're not alone. Gas prices have gone up 60% this year alone. Groceries just had the biggest price hike in years, while healthcare is up 20%. These price hikes come to you directly from Congress. The war in Iran is driving up gas prices. Tariffs have made everyday goods more expensive, while cuts from the big beautiful bill have closed rural hospitals and driven up medical costs. Learn more at nebraskagroundswell.org/costs.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
I'm Ernie Hudson, actor, cancer survivor, and father of 4. As a dad, there's nothing I wouldn't do to protect my kids from cancer. The human papillomavirus, or HPV, can cause 6 types of cancer, but the HPV vaccine can stop cancer before it starts. Girls and boys should get the vaccine at 11 or 12, and there's a catch-up option for teens and young adults. For more information, go to preventcancer.org.
Is it time to replace your home comfort system? Call Bryant and save money in every way. Bryant provides you with solutions that save. Save big immediately with attractive rebates, and save every day with lower operating costs. Most important, though, the systems are selected to fit you. The right system, priced right, properly installed. That's the way Bryant works for you. How much can you save? Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing for a free estimate. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
A career providing care that matters, great wages, and state benefits. A team devoted to serving Nebraska's veterans and their families. That's what you'll find at the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs. With openings in nursing, food service, administration, and more, our veterans homes in Bellevue, Kearney, Norfolk, and Scotts Bluff have a role for you. Find your new career at veterans.nebraska.gov/employment. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Severe weather in Nebraska could be a matter of seconds between life and death. Before, during, and after, you can count on KFOR's Operation Stormwatch, life-saving information powered by Golden Rule Contractors and Lincoln's KFOR.
I went into the Good Feet store. I got fitted for the arch supports. It changed my life, and it could change yours, too.
Visit the store at 27th and Pine Lake Road across from South Point Mall and at goodfeet.com.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Lincoln's local news, talk, sports, and weather station. FM 101.5, 1240 AM, KFOR, and KFRX HD3, Lincoln.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. Areas where homes and businesses once stood are now buried under mountains of mud and debris in Nepal. The death toll after the mudslide there, more than 350 people, with more than 1,300 still unaccounted for. The photos and videos from the moment the mudslide happened still hard to believe, says ABC's James Longman.
One image in particular has struck me, what looks like a bus terminal of some description or big official-looking buildings, and it's a really wide shot, and you notice what look like ants running down the street, but they are people, and then this massive literal wall of water, some estimates as high as 160 feet, comes in and just wipes everything away. People had no chance, just catastrophic.
Dozens of Americans, including a group of 22 people from Tennessee on a religious retreat in the region, are still missing. Closing arguments are underway in the trial of Lindsay Clancy, the Massachusetts mom who admits to killing her 3 young children, but insisting she was in the throes of postpartum psychosis when it happened. ABC's Deborah Roberts has more on the final witness called by the prosecution.
Prosecutors ending their case with testimony from Gregory Satoff, a senior psychiatrist with the FBI who interviewed Clancy for 11 hours over 2 days earlier this year. Clancy, a nurse, maintaining that a voice she never heard before, nor has heard since, told her to kill her 3 children during a postpartum psychotic episode. But Satoff claiming Clancy's acts were inconsistent with someone expressing command hallucinations.
Tropical storm Dolly has formed in the Atlantic. The National Hurricane Center says it's only a coincidence that this storm has the same name as a beloved country music star who died just a couple of days ago. UEFA soccer's governing body in Europe preparing a criminal complaint against FIFA President Gianni Infantino over his plan to sell future World Cup profits to private investors. This is ABC News.
That'll be $84.52.
Perfect. Grab the bags, honey. Mom, why do you always check your phone before we pay? I'm just claiming my cash back on the Upside app. Since we're getting the groceries here and we filled up the car on the way, I've already earned enough this morning to pay for that pizza night we're having Friday. Wait, so the app pays for pizza? Not exactly, but the cash I earn on stuff we need helps us pay for the stuff we want. It's just a little win for our family every week.
Get more out of your everyday. Upside is the free app that gets you cash back on routine purchases like gas, groceries, and dining out at more than 100,000 locations nationwide. No points, no rebates, just cash back straight to your wallet. Download the free Upside app and use promo code ACT5 to get a $5 bonus on your first purchase. That's promo code ACT5 to get a $5 bonus. Remember, use promo code ACT5.
Offers vary by user and location at participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
A camper fire has turned fatal. Good morning, I'm Jeff Modes. We're up to 71 degrees at KFOR. Wednesday morning's camper fire near 8th and South Street has turned deadly. Lincoln police confirming today that a 27-year-old woman passed away from her injuries on Wednesday evening.
An autopsy has been scheduled for Friday. The identity of the 27-year-old female victim is being withheld to allow time for family notification.
LPD Public Information Manager Erica Thomas telling KFOR News an investigation is being led by their Criminal Investigations Unit and the LFR Fire Inspector, and that's still ongoing. The bystander who went inside to rescue the 27-year-old woman in the camper was also taken to a Lincoln hospital. No word yet in that bystander's condition. A body was found this morning in a field just west of downtown Lincoln. Police confirmed to KFOR News. LPD Public Information Manager Erica Thomas again says that officers responded to the area first in M Street about 8:30 about a body that was found.
Officers located a man believed to be in his 50s, deceased on the ground.
Thomas also tells KFOR News that investigation of the man's death is ongoing as officers work to identify him, what led to his death. Read more up at KFORnow.com. The Nebraska State Patrol arrested an Omaha man on Tuesday afternoon following a pursuit that ended in Seward County. According to NSP, a trooper spotted a van that was stolen out of Omaha as it was heading westbound on Interstate 80 west of Lincoln. A brief pursuit started near the Pleasantdale exit in eastern Seward County. A few miles west of there, the van hit a passenger side of a semi while trying to pass it on the shoulder before turning northbound at the Milford exit. After about 2 miles, the trooper stopped the vehicle and 24-year-old Roberto Soto was taken into custody without incident. Soto is facing several traffic offenses plus DUI and theft of unlawful taking. This afternoon, it will be sunny with a high of 85. A clear sky tonight, a low of sunny and a high of 87. 5 on Sunday. Right now, sunshine and 71 in Lincoln. I'm Jeff Motes, KFOR News.
Live, local, in our community. The KFOR Sportscasters Club has long been a supporter of young athletes and academics in Lincoln and Lancaster County. Follow your favorite team on air and online at KFORnow.com. Powered by Slim Chickens and Bison Inc. Stay connected to Lincoln and Lancaster County High School athletics on FM 101.5, 1240 AM, KFOR.
It's not always the size of the hailstones, but the wind speed and the age of the roof, which result in damage to residential roofing. This is Matt Berkey with Golden Rule Contractors. Hail of any size can do damage if the wind gusts are high enough, and older, more weathered roofs are susceptible to damage. If there's been wind or hail in your area,
This is the Morning Hookup on KFOR.
Welcome back in the Morning Hookup, hour number 2. You're welcome. Such a good one.
Welcome into the morning karaoke session.
Woo! Such a good one. Uncle Cracker?
This is the Adobe Gray version.
Okay, I knew which one you were doing. This is the best version.
The original.
Yes.
My roommate prefers the Uncle Cracker version, and I've always thought that was kind of crazy.
We don't like it. Do you get songs like this that put you, like, they put you in a spot? Like, you literally drift away. Like, I just picture myself on a patio, like, by water.
Oh, yeah.
With a cocktail and my feet kicked up. Like, you do songs, you, like, close your eye, you're like, oh, this is where I should be at.
That one is, for me, more like floating down a river, sitting in, like, a little, what do you call those? Not a tube, but
like in a tank?
Yeah, something.
That song to me is like sitting around a campfire, a summer evening, beer in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go.
Some s'mores.
I like to float.
S'mores and hot dogs.
Oh, somebody said s'mores.
S'mores are overrated, but they are necessary.
They are.
There's the hot take.
Whoa.
Yeah. S'mores are overrated, though.
I've come to find out Elijah might just be a hater.
What makes him overrated?
Elijah doesn't like a lot of things.
Is it they're just too messy?
They never get the chocolate melty enough. That's my thing.
Okay. I don't disagree with you
It's
on
the
that.
marshmallow. Are you like just a barely get it heated marshmallow guy? Or are you like crisp up the marshmallow guy?
I'm a toasty golden brown.
Toasty golden brown.
I'm a toasty golden brown marshmallow man. But I want my chocolate melt here. It's like you bite into it and you get the crispiness, the flavor wise. It's not a flavor thing. It's a texture thing.
I know a lot of people that are texture people.
Where it's like the texture of the chocolate in between the graham crackers, it needs to be meltier. Simple as that. Simple as that. Sorry.
What kind of marshmallow are you?
Oh, burnt.
That's when they get hot.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe better case, just stage your chocolate better. Lay it outside for a moment.
FloodX10 says, be nice if I could hear the song. Apologies for the folks on the stream.
Oh.
We don't want to get copyright striked.
Yeah.
We have the rights to play that over the radio, but not rights to play it online. So apologies.
Did we get that? Did I send you that email last time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Our bad. Our bad.
So apologies.
Yep.
Apologies to those in the stream.
Yep.
That you just have to hear Hooksy singing and you can't hear the song. That was Drift Away. We gotta start doing our own intro songs. Bring the guitars in and whatnot.
Yeah, but
like a live band.
I'll bring the bongos.
We'll hire out a live band for this.
Here's that. Moats on the banjo or on the washboard. Moats on the washboard.
I always wanted to learn how to play the spoons.
Did you see that thing? By the way, speaking of like music and then going back to Dolly Parton, did you see the thing about how the 9 to 5 song, you hear the did you see how she made that?
No.
Her fingernails.
That's not a surprise. She was very proud of her fingernails.
She goes, they gotta be acrylic. They gotta be the acrylic ones though. And she's like, she demonstrated, we're again, like you could hear it. Like that's a talent. I was amazed by it. I'm like, wait a minute, I heard that sound. That's what it is. Well done. Now I got Mozi on the wash. There it's the
visual.
Yes. And some overalls, no shirt.
Yeah, it's like a cutoff shirt underneath.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking about Waterboy. Oh boy, I'm so bad.
Let's start a band.
Let's start a band.
We'll call it the evening hookup.
The evening hookup. Oh boy. Is that different than the morning hookup?
Yeah.
Don't answer that.
There's a lot of innuendos.
Yes, don't answer that one.
The midday hookup, the afternoon delight.
I did have somebody talk about our show, and I said, they were talking about like the first time they heard about it, they were like, "Man, I got to research this thing on YouTube." And I'm like, and I said, "What happened?"
Yeah, be careful.
You probably didn't. It probably led you somewhere that you didn't need. You need to go, and you had to erase some history once you got there.
To get back to more important things,
chasing history, by the way.
To get more important things here, did you guys ever grow up dreaming of playing like a certain? If you guys were in a band, what instrument would you play?
Drums. I've always wanted to learn how to play the drums.
Guitar. I've tried to learn it, and I'm just not good at it. I'm not built to. I want to be a guitarist. Is that what is a guitarist?
Mm-hmm.
But not like like a rock star. I just want to be the ones. Like I have buddies that they're good guitarists, and then we have a really good friends they live in Kansas. They come up. You know what I do? What we always end up doing is I give him the guitar. We're like, hey, play this. And then it turns into like family karaoke together night.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing. I always wanted to do that.
It's not too late.
I know. I always wanted to do that. I wanted to grab my guitar, sit on the patio probably, fire pit going, and there's people hanging out. And I'm just, whatever you call it, stroking the guitar. Guitar. Drums
are up there. I also know I probably wouldn't be good at drums.
Why?
It's tough. You got to keep the rhythm like multiple. You got to play one rhythm with your foot and a different rhythm with your hands. It's tough to do. Maybe the bass. Not like the upright bass, like the electric bass. Like those songs that have like the good bass lines. The bassist goes underappreciated, but to me, it's a good bass line that makes the song.
You know, another one to be good, like secondary, the piano.
My dad tried to get me into piano when I was young.
Many sweet pianists, like Billy Joel on the piano. I mean, I know there's better, but like, I'll never forget one of the. I've seen Billy Joel twice. Now, post is prime, for sure. But like, we were in Omaha, I believe, when he came, and it was the coolest moment. It's one of the coolest moments at a concert I've ever been to. Because what do you call him? The piano man.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing it. He stops to the chorus, and and this crowd is singing to him. Sing us a song. You're the piano man. I'm getting goosebumps right now.
Mm.
And he just sitting there going. It was an amazing part.
Total aside here. Nate the Great chimes in to say he saw the guy from the Outdoor Boys, a clip where he had roasted marshmallows dipped in chocolate pudding.
Nate Payne, what up, bro?
Now that texture wise, that could do it for me.
Yeah. Maybe you just need it like
roasted marshmallow and chocolate pudding.
I'm trying to think now of how we. So Elijah's a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of us like, I don't know how to describe how we would make them. Here's Elijah with the finest of finest things.
He's sitting there melting the chocolate,
and he's twirling like he is the fonduist. That's not even a word, but you want fondue chocolate.
Yeah.
For your s'mores.
Yeah. 100%.
So he's there.
Mm-hmm.
He's got it all laid out. He's probably got a little dish that it all comes out in. Right? Because there's presentation in his world.
Yeah.
Graham crackers.
Listen.
A bowl of fondue chocolate.
Listen.
So here he is.
I'm
twirl.
It ain't that
sandwich.
It ain't like that. I love cooking over a campfire. It just s'mores are like C or D tier in terms of cooking over a campfire.
Mm.
Give me the hot dog. Give me the cast iron skillet, and give me like bacon and eggs over the campfire.
And Moat's there playing the wash.
You guys ever had a hobo meal in the campfire?
Yeah, I've done that.
Let it burn down to coals, and you just wrap up everything in tinfoil and toss it in the fire.
Yeah,
great. S'mores? Anyway, sports.
Yeah, this is good stuff though. Corey just say Clint Black at the lead, just him and his guitar and the acoustics of the lead, pure country moment. That would be amazing. Chasing history right now, tour championship, chasing some history. Boy, looking at this, this thing's going to kick off the top 30. Everybody lays on their belly, even par. Obviously, the big favorite, like the favorite is going to be Scotty Scheffler until Scotty Scheffler, by the way. Have you looked at some of these guys and their odds? Because again, you're going to want to play the odds. Like number 30 can win this thing now. They go off at 11 o'clock from 11 to 2, 15 tee times. Pursuit of tens of millions of dollars coming up. Life-changing money. Not for some of them, but for some of these guys. Number like Ryan Fox at 10, At 30, I mean, hello. Garrard, some of the other guys.
And do they go off? It's pretty close to reverse order when they go off, right?
Yep. You go 30 down.
Yeah.
30 and 29 are together. Because Scotty and Matt Fitzpatrick will go off together as the last tee time. Now, it will revert. They'll get the first 2 times like that, and then they'll go, I'm pretty sure they go in the traditional leaders all the way down. So the leaders will, after day 2 on a Saturday, you'll get it reformat or reflip based on score. Any guys that you're looking at out there that's, again, Scotty Scheffler is going to be the favorite. Odds aren't great. But some guys out there that are playing well. I mean, you can't look past Wyndham Clark, I guess.
That's the name I was going to say. He's been rolling.
I mean, you look at your betting favorites to win: Scotty, Rory, Xander Schauffele. A name that surprises me in the top 5, Ludwig Oberg.
Oberg's just been steady, man. Steady. Look at me. We've looked at some of these rounds or some of these stats throughout the year, right? Like, let's see, this year, he's made over $7 million.
If I was to pick a winner,
6 top 10s, 9 top 25s. Average score on the year, 69.2.
If I was to pick a winner, though, if I'm betting for value, give me Cam Young.
Love Cam Young.
At plus 1,600.
Pooh. That's a good one.
Or Cam Young to top 10. I also like at minus 115. Getting close to even odds there, just to finish top 10. I like his chances to finish top 10. I'm a fan of Cam Young this weekend.
That's a dude that just exudes the it factor.
Mm-hmm.
You look at Cam Young on the golf course, and he's just confident, always confident in his swing, and he's good to watch. There's a lot of good value on this board, I think. Looking down, I mean, Fitzpatrick's played well. Bobby Mack's played well. Gary Woodland, all the way down there at around 4,800.
Give me a guy that's played well as of late, and I don't like watching him play because it's like watching this type of deal happen. Patrick Cantlay.
And now you can get him at plus 1,700 to win right now.
Somebody like that has been there, done not done it, but been there, right? One of the best in the world. Because what's he coming off at, right? I mean, 1,700, but what's he at ranked? What's his rank? Like 10th? 15th? No, he's the one. He's 18 or 19.
Yeah,
because he played his way in from 30th or whatever outside to get to 19. He's a guy to look at.
How do you guys feel about the fact that with the Tour Championship, you could have a guy in Scotty Scheffler that has really dominated the FedEx Cup points rankings this year, and one bad round could sink him from winning the Tour Championship? How do you guys feel about that?
Fine.
I mean, he's got money in the bank for finishing number 1 heading into this tournament.
I just think it's a.
But the fact that the essentially the season comes down to one weekend.
Yeah, and again, this is going to be one of those ones. This is going to be one of those things. Again, there's so much more into this. There's guys playing for all these guys have 2-year exemptions now, or in the majors and signature events. But the pressures of Player of the Year awards are coming out after this. The narrative of Scotty Scheffler, like where does Scotty Scheffler come out of this? He's seeking his 5th straight Player of the Year out of this. This who dethrones that? I love that they've changed the format right now, because I always thought the other part of that was kind of hokey, right? Scotty was like, it never gave everybody the opportunity. -10. You walk out with -10. This is the best of the best this year. Top 30. This is what makes this playoff amazing.
And I'm so excited for 2 years from
that trophy. Oh, I'm excited. But to be able to hoist that trophy at the end of the year saying, I'm the best. I outlasted all of you. That's the motivation, right? McElroy's done it a couple of times. Tommy Fleetwood trying to defend this. That whole hoisting that big old FedEx Cup trophy. Scotty Scheffler did say he's about 95% back from that issue he had last week.
Can you guys believe, as an aside here, the winning score in the 2024 PGA Tour Championship?
2024. But again, are you putting in the fact that whoever was started at 10 under?
Yeah. Scotty won it.
26 under par.
30 under par.
30 under par. So he went 20 under par, and he just shot whatever the par was. What is it out there? 70. Let's just say he shot 67. He holds the best scoring average at this tournament all time. I think it's just over 67. So there's what you can read in the stats is that Scotty Scheffler is going to shoot 67 all day long at this East Lake golf course.
Mm-hmm.
There's why, again, a lot of the styles make fights in golf as well. What fits your eye? Right now, they're on the golf course. Tom, Kim, Ryan, Fox apparently don't like to play hole number 1. Both 1 over par. But it's going to be the sight lines of what they're looking at. Again, 67. That's his average at East Lake over his history at East Lake.
So you can expect 12 under from him? Or what would that be? That'd be 16 under?
20, right?
It's par 72, I think.
Is it 72? I don't know. You have to look. I can't remember what it is. If he goes out there, it's 20. If that's right. Or it's 16.
The championship layout is 70, apparently.
So you're telling me 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 under par. That's your goal now because of what Scotty does. On paper, mathematically, going, all right, I got to get to 12 because he's going to get there. They're on the golf course, East Lake Tour Championship. A lot of money at stake.
Sunday will be fun.
Sunday will be fun. So, all right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Let's jump a little college football. Let's look at the power rankings, the conference power rankings. How do we rank them? We don't know who's at the top, but there's some differing opinions probably of who's got the most powerful conference in all of college football. Talk about that and a whole lot more when we return.
Corn Raider would rather try Henry's buddy's wife enchiladas dipped in chocolate.
Did you see earlier? Raider said, he said, or I missed it. But first of all, he said these kids, we're talking about bad. These kids are soft. These days are soft. We don't even want them to wear helmets. Back in our day, catchers tried their best to get away without wearing cups. Yes, they did. That's a business decision. He said, Henry, don't feel bad about that part. His buddy probably woke himself up and wife up the same way. He had his buddy's back.
If you're looking for a spicy chocolate sauce in Mexican culture, there is a sauce called mole.
I've had it. It's good.
Delicious.
And it is very good. It's made, not a ton of chocolate. It's usually like very minimal pieces of chocolate. But
one of my favorite steaks I ever had, I was in South Africa, and I got a steak their beef prices there were ridiculous at the time. So it was like $12 and I got myself a medium rare tenderloin. And they had a chili chocolate sauce that was on the plate.
Mm-hmm.
So good. So good.
Those sauces that I brought you guys back from
which have been amazing.
Boston.
I'm still using them.
Yeah. That company, they made a habanero chocolate. I think that would be pretty good.
Spicy chocolate works so well.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like at first like I don't know if that would go well together, but it does. It works. I need to try some mole in Mexico. Eventually, the plan is to go back to the hometown of my friend's family and try all the authentic food down there. Like, be ready. You're going to come back 10 pounds heavier. There's just food everywhere you look.
And that's just fine.
Wake up in the morning and there's a milk truck. And then you go down the street and there's elotes. And then there's tacos. And there's just everywhere you turn. There's people selling food.
Hungry. Extra toothbrushing. You gotta. Isn't that like what you're supposed to do? Get a good brushing in before. Welcome back in the morning hookup. This is a great rendition of this. Phenomenal. Ooh, sing it, Miley. A little rough. It's got the roughness to it. Woo! All right, welcome back.
Miley Cyrus is a great voice.
Huh?
Miley Cyrus is a great
voice. Underrated. It's a good one. Right? It's a good one. You can just close your eyes and go, hello. Good stuff. Thanks for hanging out with us. His corner said it's PJ Survivor Island.
I
just love it because, like, I love the fact that, like, they've changed it and they're going to change it again, which they're going to change to make it better. But at times, this tour championship, the way they did it with the scoring, it was just okay just to be there. Right? Made it. I get to play 4 more rounds because I'm in 30th place and I'm even par. How in the double HE hockey sticks am I going to catch Scotty Scheffler at 10 under when he starts? Right? They pretty much, I know it's happened, but they pretty much made it where, like, was it the top, like, I can't remember how the scoring went, but it's like only the top 10 could win this thing. But now everybody can race for $10 million. It's a lot of fun. Speaking of the race, the conference race. Conference football race, the conference basketball race, just conference races in a whole. You can start to see some of the cream rising to the top based on whatever TV money. Have you had a chance to think about? And there's conferences losing the race right now. There's less winning it, and there's more losing it. In the world of college athletics, we consider and say, hey, 1A, 1B, whichever part of the country in, Big Ten, SEC, boom, there's your 2, right? And then there's the rest of them that are just kind of falling behind and losing the race. It's those 2 conferences as a whole, basketball, football, baseball. Baseball might arguably be somewhere else. But the other 3 and down are losing. They're losing traction in the world.
I think there's one specifically that's losing more than the others. I think the Big 12 is on a big downcline. I was thinking especially in football.
I thought the ACC might be falling down.
The Big 12 is falling down. The ACC is falling apart.
Yes. The ACC right now, what is their? I mean, obviously, football is king in every conference. Okay, I'm not saying it's not. Past football, what are these? And again, I think the reason the SEC and the Big 12 football is king. They're hanging their hat there a lot. There's the good paychecks they get every year, right? 100 million plus, whatever it is. But they have other sports also getting help based on us, whether it be basketball. Boy, Big Ten basketball, SEC basketball. SEC basketball might be like you could go by sport and go, I think Big Ten football top to bottom is better than SEC football. That's just a state, right? Then you go to basketball. Is the SEC basketball taking control of the Big Ten basketball in as far as the power ranking? Baseball, but and so on. But the ACC, right? What do they hang their hat on? A couple of football teams?
A couple of basketball teams?
A couple of basketball teams? Baseball. And that ain't help. That ain't helpful.
No.
But that's the ACC. They have 2. What? Every year, maybe they've got 3. We'll give them 3. Clemson, Miami, Florida State. We'll throw those 3. Florida State is probably just, here you go. And Clemson's kind of been lately when, here you go.
Was Clemson 7-5 last year? In the ACC?
Were they 7-5 or 5-7? I think you can flip those around, maybe. Didn't they?
They made a bowl game.
Did they?
Yeah, because they played Penn State.
Yeah, they lost to Penn State.
Okay, 7-5.
7-5 with the loss in the bowl game.
Ooh, so there. I mean, look at that.
losses to Georgia Tech, Syracuse, LSU, SMU. Duke beat them 46-45.
Duke.
Now, Duke won the ACC last year.
They were paying,
shockingly.
They were paying what's his
Mensa,
millions of dollars. He went and got more millions. But it's an interesting look. So the ACC right now is like, but again, they reign probably king in the baseball world with the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
Mentioned Big 12. Where's the Big 12 hanging in at? One team.
They got Tech.
Super top heavy with Tech and maybe BYU.
But in BYU, I don't think gets the credit probably deserved for football. Right? At times.
Well, the Big 12 is top.
They just seem independent.
We'll see how Utah is post Whittingham. But they have Utah. Arizona State had the one season with Scadaboo, and we'll see if they are able to reload down there. But when your head coach is always complaining about NIL, makes me think they can't be a year-to-year great team.
Mm-hmm.
So you have Tech, Utah, maybe Arizona State, kind of BYU, and Iowa State. We'll see how they are without Matt Campbell now. Matt Campbell taking all his talent to Penn State.
I mean, right now on the boards, like it's a 2-team race in the Big 12 this year. You're going to have Tech, which, by the way, boasts one of the easiest schedules in the country. Right? Out there, maybe BYU. And they don't even play each other. I don't think they play each other this year.
No, they do not.
Big 12 basketball is kind of the same. It's been dynamically top heavy in the Big 12. Right? For basketball.
You got Arizona, Kansas, Iowa State. Those are your top three, and then the other ones are kind of middle. Yeah.
ACC
BYU was good last year.
ACC kind of the same way in basketball. There's been an evolution. That how many years ago? I don't know. Let's say 10. This whole thing was flipped. ACC basketball reigned supreme over every and it wasn't even close. I think maybe the Big East he was even playing back in then in basketball.
Just some teams that
because the knock on the Big Ten was the knock on the Big Ten back then was they were very top heavy. They'll flop in the tournament. Big Ten basketball.
Mm-hmm.
The ACC is going to be. It was so competitive, top to bottom. Boom, boom, boom. That's your champion.
That's almost how it feels like for me with the Big Ten and SEC in football now.
Those are your playoff competitors. Those are the teams that you look at, and you can. If you go into the Big 12 conference, you can find one team that you think could actually compete in the college football playoff. I would say the same for the ACC. In the Big 10 and the SEC, you can pick 4 or 5 that are actually legitimate competitors.
They're kind of giving the pass into it. Prediction models right now have Texas Tech obviously coming out. Texas Tech. And Miami. Miami would be your team out of the ACC.
Yeah,
and SMU.
I was going to say, there's maybe 3 teams from the ACC and the Big 12 that I would say, you know what, I wouldn't be shocked. I'll give 4. 4 teams out of the Big 12 and the ACC that I would say wouldn't be surprised if they make the playoff. 4 total.
And it's
also total because right now you're right. They've got they do have Texas Tech and BYU both.
I'd be surprised if BYU made the playoff. Honestly, I know everyone's been down on them, but Clemson with Dabo Swinney, I'll never count them out. Their own fans, I think, might count them out more than I do. I still think Dabo Swinney is a great coach. I just think he has been incredibly slow to adapt.
I know we've had this conversation before about the evolution of going back when Dabo and Bo both got to their respective schools at the same time. Right? Go back, we beat them in a bowl game many, many moons ago. But just the conference balance is so interesting. And again, the SEC, the most interesting thing to me is the SEC in basketball. With football being prominent, the money flow, which makes the basketball scene even better in SEC basketball. You never talk. I mean, when you talk to SEC basketball, again, 10 years ago, who'd you talk about?
You didn't.
There was one, right?
Kentucky.
That was it. That was it, though.
Yeah.
That was it. I mean, whether you hated him, when as much as you hated them, those are the guys. The Calipari rocking the 10 McDonald's All-Americans over there on the bench.
And some of those Kentucky teams were special.
Woo-wee! Guard Central. But other conferences are losing. Big 10, Big 12 falling behind. ACC falling apart. Like, at what point? When's the next wave happening? There's discussions right now. Who the Big 10 swallows up, who the SEC goes to swallow up, and what that means for everything else. We've already seen the Pac-12 go. Well, they have it now, right?
Yeah, they're back. It's kind of a makeshift Pac-12.
They've been ramshackled together.
Yeah.
Specifically on the football side of things here, between the SEC and the Big Ten this year, we all know as the season progresses, ESPN will push the narrative about the SEC being the deepest conference, the best conference. What do you guys? What would prove to the country, if it hasn't already been proven, that the Big Ten is the best conference in football? Whenever you have 3 straight national titles, it's hard for me to sit back and even listen to what the SEC talking heads have to say about the depth of the SEC. What the SEC has is brands.
Yes.
It's hard for the SEC to wrap their mind around the fact that over the last couple of years, Tennessee and Illinois have been a pretty similar football programs. It's hard for the SEC to wrap their minds around the fact that Minnesota is a better football program than Arkansas. It's hard for the SEC to wrap their mind around the fact that Iowa is a better football program than, over the last couple of years, LSU. For being honest.
Yep.
They can't wrap their minds around that fact because LSU's a brand. Tennessee's a brand. Even Arkansas is a brand. That's all the SEC has going for them right now. Is when you think brands, you think SEC. When you think quality football, for anyone who isn't located in the states of Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, quality football is in the Big Ten.
I think they got to quit talking about the regular season. Isn't this whole thing about winning championships?
Mm-hmm.
And I know they want to say, well, every Saturday, blah, blah. Well, now we're going to find out every Saturday for yourself.
The Big Ten's got talent that's just as good as the SEC, and the Big Ten's got better coaches.
Yes. And again,
that's what not people are talking about. The quality of coaching in the Big Ten, it's the best we've ever seen in a conference ever.
Yes. I think 2 things maybe help it that might help it in the future. It's been talked about at Nebraska, right? When are we adding that SEC opponent? Do you start lining up some non-conference stuff, Big Ten, SEC? Number 1, right? Gannon, I think, alluded to it. He's probably talking to Missouri pretty quick out in the open. And 2, will it ever get to a point that there's more Big Ten teams? Like the Big Ten, I think, to maybe really crush the narrative is getting that 4th team in the playoff without it being 24 teams. But like in this 12, like if you this year put in a 4th team and you go win it, is there a discussion? No, because right now the prediction model has 3 and 3. Okay. I think that's what it has. 3 Big Ten, 3 SECs in the playoff. What if Nebraska, not Nebraska. Ooh, what if Nebraska? No. What if this year you wake up on that day and they unveil the bracket and there's 4 Big Ten teams?
There should be.
There should be and could be, right? There could be. Right now the prediction model doesn't show that. And again, we haven't played a snap yet. I get it. Is that what it takes? Or does it take that scheduling model that if, and does it mean more? So let's say Nebraska gets to schedule an SEC opponent. Or let's say they all schedule it. It's that middle to bottom tier Big Ten versus the middle to bottom tier SEC that will make all the difference.
Yep.
Because if Oregon and Georgia play each other and Ohio State and Alabama, whatever, there'll be no narrative at the top. Because at any given day, Oregon can beat Georgia, Georgia can beat Oregon, right? What they'll be talking about is the Nebraskas, the Iowas. Again, I'm saying Nebraska, but
Illinois,
Minnesota, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those teams, if they go out and schedule SEC opponents, and then all of a sudden you got an SEC Big Ten challenge going on, narratives change. But the one thing you mentioned already, Elijah, what does the SEC have going for them?
Branding.
And they have who? You have the mothership. Whoop, whoop, the entire time. Whoop, whoop. I mean, heck, look at College Game Day. You got Nick Saban sitting there just touting it all day long. You got one of the best, maybe the best coach in all of college football ever, and the brand ambassador of the SEC going, we have a problem. And everybody listens to him. There's a narrative that's thrown out. And again, they own it. They're paying for it. Whereas the Big Ten just needs to continue to do what they do. Go out and just win football games, win championships.
Do I have let me see if I have this. Let's listen to Kurt Signetti real quick.
Here we go.
That grind of the Big Ten season a net positive by the time late December, January comes around, or a net negative for where the team is at?
No, I think that's a loaded question. I think your job as a head coach and the assistants is to equip your roster, make it as strong as possible with adequate depth at every position throughout the team. When you play that many games, you're going to get some guys dinged and injured. Things happen. Next man up mentality. The Big Ten is the best league in football, and a lot of really good football teams. It's hard to win on the road. Very physical football teams, very well coached. It definitely prepares you for the playoffs. There's no doubt about it. The numbers speak for themselves. I mean, we don't run a hype machine up here in the Midwest. We believe everything's earned, not given. And when we fall short, we say we fell short. We don't cry a river, whine, and complain. All right? And that's why we're the best.
Love him or hate him, that there is quote of the preseason. We all know who he's talking to.
Oh.
Right?
100%. There's no doubt. It's every single SEC team that has complained about it's the grind of the SEC season. That's why you're not cutting it in the playoff. Yeah. No, you're not good enough. You're not good enough.
There's the accountability. We're just not good enough.
Alabama didn't lose to Indiana last year by 30 points because the grind of the SEC schedule. Alabama lost to Indiana last year because they got their asses kicked in the trenches.
Seems
simple
easy.
As that.
Seems simple.
Simple as that. Indiana was a more buttoned up physical football team than Alabama.
Yep. That just went to work.
That should have been the game where SEC fans, and they did for a week, say, you know what? The Big Ten's just a better conference right now. But then the offseason rolls around and the SEC hype train gets rolling again. And the ESPN FPI rankings come out, which are biased. Because, look, the SEC is playing, all these teams are playing the hardest schedule. That's because you're putting the SEC teams in the top 25 whenever there's been nothing to show you that is where they should be.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's proven point, right? They've got in the top, 8 schools? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 teams in the top 25, all the way down to number 25, Missouri. 9 teams. So if it's cute to put numbers beside teams and you say it's tough, then so be it. It gives the mothership an opportunity to put those games on TV for you.
Yes, there it is. It's easier to sell a top 25 matchup on your TV network.
Yep.
Simple as that.
So there you go. Put numbers beside whatever name you want. We get to put that on TV. And guess what else we get to do? We get to take College Game Day to it and promote even more.
What do you see in this Tennessee team that makes you think, yeah, that's a top 20 football team?
Freshman starter named, right? Is that where they named freshman 5-star starter?
And what have they done? Okay, they made the playoffs a few years ago. And what happened when they played Ohio State?
Yeah, exactly. Did you guys know Florida is number 18 in the ESPN FPI? How?
Yeah. And first year Billy Napier.
But not ranked. Isn't that Summerall?
No, Summerall.
Yeah.
But Napier's out.
Yeah.
My bad.
They got a name to transfer quarterback. No, they named I can't remember.
Auburn, first year head coach, number 22 in the FPI.
Mm-hmm.
South Carolina's 23.
They're playing the numbers. They're playing against the numbers. Those teams with numbers.
Meanwhile, Washington, 26. You have Florida 8 spots ahead of Washington. Let's look at what each team is returning and how it went last year. Makes no sense to me.
Makes zero sense. But there's, again, conference rankings, conference power, brands, alignment, mothership.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot like in life. Those who talk the loudest tend to be heard. But those who tend to be just the doers end up doing and succeeding. Right? I can even go back to when Fox is doing games, big noon kick, they're just chilling. And then the Big Ten goes out there and just whoops on people. Good stuff. All right, let's take our final break and come back with stories that we missed. That was good. I did not know when we started talking about that we were going to go there, and I'm glad it did.
Last year where Missouri was like 3-3 and they were still number 24. People. Stuff doesn't make sense. Oh boy, Elijah's cooking something.
Here's something over there. I hear mumbling or whatever you're doing.
I think so.
Last night at golf league tonight, we are half point out. We're going to play under the lights.
Oh, you got to bring it home.
Bring my game. Got to get my game right. I turned a nice round in yesterday to an average round.
How'd you do that?
Just missing my irons. They weren't as crisp. Shot 85, 86. Driver was really good. But I could not hit greens. And then I had to struggle to get up and down.
Sounds like my game. Always.
Yep. Those are the frustrating days when you're like, man, I am striping it off the tee. Getting to numbers. The frustrating part for me was for my game, I was getting to numbers that I really like. I was getting to that favorite club moment.
And it gets so frustrating whenever you say, oh, it's a perfect 9-iron in here.
And yes, depending on the length of the hole, I was getting to that 7-iron to wedge game on tee shots or third shots into a par 5.
Is there anything more frustrating than perfect 9-iron?
I'm like, oh,
9-iron's my best club. And then Chunk City.
Baby.
Chunk City. And I find myself 25 yards short of the green.
Yes.
And now I got to have a feel shot with a wedge. Ugh.
Yes. And mine was pulling it left. I that's been my miss. Like a pull. 140, 145 out. I got a sweet 9-iron.
Come back.
Welcome back in the morning hookup. A few moments left. Hey, speaking of football being back tonight, high school football is back. 6:50, I believe you guys go on the air tonight. 6:50 tonight. Jeff Moat doing play-by-play. Elijah Herbal producing it. East, Northeast tonight. Football is back. High school football, baby. Is this week 0 for them too?
Week 1.
Week 1. Okay.
Week 0 is last. We had Standing Bear in Northwest last week.
That's
week
right.
0.
Talked about that.
Which Standing Bear now gets Lincoln Southwest Friday night.
Oh boy, fired up.
I've seen some of the betting lines for this.
Oh boy.
There's a guy on Twitter that goes and makes faux betting lines for every high school game.
But again,
no one knows. One of the things that's fun about high school football is No one knows anything going into week 1. Hey, one thing we know, Millard South's probably going to be pretty good.
All right.
Omaha West Side's probably going to be pretty good.
Way to go on a limb.
Millard North, probably going to be solid. Otherwise, coin flips. Coin flips everywhere else. You never know.
But again, you get to hear the voices tonight, right here on KFOR 650. Jeff Moats will bring that game to your living room tonight.
Northeast. We also have the first college football games of the season.
We do, I know.
Maine and Towson at 5. Stony Brook against Delaware State.
All you're telling me about the week 0 slate, the FCS, and all this stuff is I got to do honeydew stuff this week, and that's all you're telling me. Okay. What you need to tell me is how umpires can't get it right sometimes.
I have to tell you how? They're human.
Did you see PCA this last night?
Oh, yeah, the balk. That was a balk.
I mean, come together right now and get it right. They didn't.
What I don't understand, okay, so with all of the technology and the reviewing of stuff that we have nowadays, why is that play not reviewable?
I don't know.
You can go back and clearly see that it was a balk.
Yeah.
Why can't you overturn that?
Where were the other guys looking at? Were there, because I'm not dogging umpires. It's a tough job, but it's a tough whatever, right? PCA went overboard. I probably what he said last night. Did you hear his comments after?
Yeah.
They're just out there doing things to mess the game up, whatever, to get it wrong. They're not. They're human. PCA, you're probably going to get fined. Enjoy that one. But did somebody blink? Were they like, was it like a linebacker or was it a cornerback with his eyes in the backfield moment? That's what it felt like, right? There's 4 guys. I think the home plate umpire has the toughest part of that. But you got other gentlemen.
That's not a call the home plate umpire is going to be able to make.
No, because it's the view of it, right? He's trying to watch the pitch. I have 100 miles an hour coming at me.
Yeah, the sticking point here is if you guys missed this play, the pitcher halfway through his delivery essentially steps off the rubber to the back.
It's probably shout him out for trying to get it done.
And then completes the pitch. I guess it's more of a throw home to try to get a potentially stealing PCA. So PCA is like dancing around the third baseline. Pitcher's trying to speed up his delivery, and midway through his delivery, steps off the back of the rubber and delivers home. The question being, and my guess for the umpires was did he clear the rubber when making that move? That my guess is the umpires had him as not clearing the rubber. Looked pretty clearly upon replay like he did clear the rubber from behind, step off midway through delivery. That's a balk.
And that's the thing is, yes, on the replay you can see it, but also in real time, full game speed. Sometimes, like you said, they're human. They make mistakes. You miss things. That's why I think this should be a reviewable play. With everything else being reviewable, we should just take the next step and say, okay, we screwed up. You can challenge balls and strikes now. You should be able to challenge everything in the game of baseball. It is what it is.
To a lot of extent, I did say 9-iron, but it's an 8. My bad.
That's what I hate about my 9-iron. We were talking during the break about Hooksy's bad golf day yesterday.
Yeah.
Still better than my best day.
Go ahead.
Why some days does my 9-iron go 130 and some days it goes 150? Can't ever figure that one out.
Humped up.
It's like sometimes I have that beautiful back spinny ball flight that goes way up in the air and settles nicely on the green. It's going like 145, 150. And other days it's coming out not as spinny, doesn't get the beautiful high ball flight, and it's landing like 130, 135. What's up with that? That's why I hate stupid game. Anyway.
It's a dumb game.
I guess we never hit the I just realized we never hit the
The stories we miss. The morning hookup.
We've kind of already been doing this, but thought I'd at least play the intro. Our good friend Will Wilson worked hard on that years ago.
The NFL does a lot of dumb stuff. They did something good. They got rid of the Pro Bowl. They're little silly games they play. Now they just throw a big party for them.
Yeah. So no flag football, thank God.
Here's your certificate.
No football. It just, what is it, 88 players get the Pro Bowl honors, and there'll be some sort of celebration for them. That'll be it. And I say good. When was the last time the Pro Bowl was good? 2004?
Yeah.
When Sean Taylor blew
that. That's about when that was the end of it.
It's about the only notable
that was the
Pro
end
Bowl
of
play
it.
I can remember.
Corner wants to know if your 9-iron goes further when you hook it. Because you hit it. Do you draw your irons too?
Yes.
My goodness. You're crazy.
I draw just about everything.
I can't.
I wish I had a draw problem and not a slice problem.
It's not as nice as it sounds.
Good thing about golf is we all have a problem.
Only problem is I have self-diagnosed my own issues and started just aiming right, and everyone's like, "You're aiming right," and I go, "No, trust me, I hit draws." And then that's the time when my iron shot goes dead straight into the woods.
Tomorrow, the Almanac, Jeff Moats. Talk some high school football, more Husker talk. Tour Championship round 1 comes to a conclusion. Who's in the lead? Who's out of it? That and a whole lot more. You guys have a great Thursday. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll catch you on a Husker Homer Friday. Go.